Hello, and welcome to Hitchhiker's Guide to Humanity. Today we're talking about the themes and stories of 1984 in A Brave New World, and if we're really just living in that now. So there could be arguments for both of them. 1984 was about censorship, trying to fool people into thinking certain things, taking away your identity so that you could be one with the party. And then you've got A Brave New World, which was about like receiving what you thought you wanted. And you're so divided that you don't question your station in life. You don't really care anymore, right? Because you've got your needs met. These themes is like taking away the meaning of life for people and replacing it with something familiar and routine. If people don't change, they can't resist. People don't think, they can't affect the majority, right? And now we've been sold a bill of goods. I mean, this is more obvious than ever. And I think the majority of people see it, but there's still people defending billionaires in comment sections of social media. People who probably make like 40 grand a year or 35 grand a year defending people who make more money than I don't know their numbers for. They could literally use money to get rid of famine, to feed every hungry child, to the whole world, to change the world, but they don't. Instead, they continue accumulating money. I am preaching to the choir. If you're listening to this, I know you know this. They will continue to try to push an agenda on people that separates us, but they will not win. They won't. They've already lost because what a fascist regime needs are followers, and they don't have that. It's a very small group. And yes, they have the power and the money right now. But the people, that is where we have the numbers. And they cannot have what they have without us. They cannot survive without us. We could talk all day about their motive for wanting that much money, for being that greedy in the end. It comes down to human emotion, human trauma. They're trying to replace something in their life that they think that this amount of money and power will buy them, will give them. They want to win, that somehow if they just get this next thing that they will feel complete. But what they don't know is all the money in the world doesn't make them a better person. That if you don't go inside yourself and feel what it is that is keeping you from feeling whole, without all of this, doesn't matter. People who have that much money have lost their humanity. They think of people as objects. They're stepping stones. They're stepping stones to what they want. And that's how they treat people. And they want you to treat people like that. The hungry SNAP benefit people, while they get tax breaks, they could literally feed everybody on SNAP. They want you to believe this. Wake the fuck up. The more extravagant of news that they put out, the more distracted we get. Don't get distracted from the real issue, from the real enemy, from the real anything, because they will pull the wool over your eyes and then sneak something in the back. I know that we're searching for normalcy right now, especially some type of something to help me save me from what is going on. And it's easy to pick and choose certain things, spirituality, crafts, religion, all of these things that are larger than us to try to take that place. But in the end, it's our humanity that's going to help. I'm not discounting any of that. It's all beliefs. I believe in energy deeply, believe that we have energetic imprints and that we can manipulate our energy and that our energy affects other people and it affects everybody in the world. And you can measure it in all of these things. The Schumann resonance. I believe that. I feel it in my body. They can't take that away. Once you know, you know. And unlike the book 1984 or the movie, they can't take that away without your permission. They can't. My mind is my own. No one owns that. No one gets to have that. No one gets to tell me what to believe. I choose what I believe. I discern what is true and what isn't. And I trust my body to let me know. I'm afraid many people on this planet are disconnected from their bodies and they don't know the difference. And they're busy pointing their fingers at somebody else when they should be looking inside the enemy. It's not one person. It's an idea. It's a mindset. It's this idea that this belief has to be the belief for all, and that this belief system that is being pushed upon us is the only one there is, that you can't have your own. And that's bullshit. Everybody gets to have their own beliefs, period. You may not like that, but it is the truth. If we just respected that, if everybody was fed, everybody had health care, everybody had a job they enjoyed, there would be no crime. People would just enjoy themselves. Maybe it'd be a little boring, but boring is better than shitty, I suppose. And maybe there would be crime, but it wouldn't be this evil, patriarchal bullshit that we've been living through. And women like me would be able to jog at night without thinking you're going to get attacked. Do you know there's jobs that I won't even apply for as a single woman because I know I'll be alone? Like delivery jobs? I'm not going to do that. There's so many things single women can't do. Or just women in general, anyone who identifies a woman, because men are disgusting creeps. And that's what society has bred. Men who think that they can do whatever they want to women or those who identify as women, like the whole hate for the trans community. It's completely misguided. They don't care. They really don't care. They want you to care so they can slip something out the back door. Slip something in. I don't think you care. I think they want you to care. So that's why you care when it comes down to it. You might even know somebody who's trans and don't know that they're trans. I don't understand. They're literally not hurting anyone. They just want to live their lives. How can you be against someone just wanting to live their life? What in you says that you get to press your belief on someone? What makes you God? What makes you and your energy so important that you can take away something from someone else, that you get to decide that if someone wants to believe in something like aliens, let them believe in them. There are plenty of people who think the earth is flat. Let them believe it. They're wrong, I think, but it doesn't matter. Because it's what they believe. And trying to convince someone who believes something like that is never going to work. They're going to double down. But if you just accept it, let them believe it, it's a moot point at this point. Like, what's that going to do? What do you think the flat earthers are going to do? You think they're going to be astronauts? You think that it will endanger them in some way? No one changes their belief system unless they want to change it. Arguing is completely ridiculous. And it doesn't work. If it worked, we wouldn't be in this mess. Now, you can change someone's mind. Absolutely. But they have to want it to be changed. They need to have an incentive for it to change. They need to feel safe in order for it to change. They will never hear information if they don't feel safe, if you are not a resource of safety for them. So you can't force someone to change their beliefs by arguing with them. It will not work. People who brainwash other people, manipulators, whatever they do, it's insidious. They do it inch by inch by inch, feeding it consistency, routine. Little by little, you start to change certain things. It's an insidious process. It's not something that's just like, damn, you're done. And then all of a sudden you look up and you believe something that you're like, why do I believe that? Not me. I have carefully curated my belief system. But I also hold and reserve space to change my mind. I don't think everyone is like that. That's what it takes to really survive. That's why you should never deify anyone. That's why you don't put anyone on a pedestal, because then you can't change your mind without it being attached to that person that you put on that pedestal. And if you have your own value system, one belief system, and then that belief system is proven to be wrong or crappy or just doesn't make any sense, then what you do is you feel like you're losing a part of you. So you have to separate yourself from the system. You have to separate yourself from the group. And the first way to do that is to go within, to find out what you actually believe on your own, not what someone else is fucking telling you. What do you believe on your own? What do you feel in your heart, in your soul, in your body? That is what you sink your teeth into. It's what you scream from the top of your lungs. That is what you believe. You feel it. If what you believe keeps another human from living their life, keeps another human in suffering or pain, then check yourself. Check inside and see if that's really what you believe, or if that's what they want you to believe. Look and see who has the incentive for you to believe what you believe. Do you really think immigrants is a problem in America? You really think people coming here from other countries is a problem? Why would that be a problem? We are all, except for Native Americans, from different countries. We are all immigrants here. This country would not exist without people coming here from other places. Why should land have that much power over humans? Humans that want to live somewhere. Where are we giving land all that power and borders? It makes no sense. This world is meant to be lived in. It doesn't matter where the fuck you go. If you're human and you were born, you should be allowed to go wherever the fuck you want. It's all rules that have been made up by people who like power and money. They make the rules, but they don't exist unless we follow them. I didn't have it on my bingo card that I would live through a revolution, but here we are. It is a mindset change, a belief system change, a systemic change that needs to take place. Human evolution is about a mindset change. Earth's evolution is about a change in energy. It all comes from figuring out what you actually believe separate from a group. You might surprise yourself if you look inside. Until next time, peace and love to you all.